Hey, 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 hey. Welcome to the Wednesday Wind Down. Hello, everyone. I'm Natasha McCray. I'm super excited to be coming to you with the 5 things that you need to know before you hire a coach. It is important that y'all listen to me here tonight on this Wednesday Wind Down. This is for you. I'm super excited. I know I hate that my wine is chilled. I put it in the fridge because it was like really hot in my house. But this is really good. So every Wednesday, I'm going to feature a different wine. If you guys want to jump in on knowing what those wines are and drink the wine with me, just let me know. This is the Alchemy of Dreams, Femininity. Look at that bottle. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. This is a red blend. Cabernet Malbec, aged in oak, 100% oak. So it's really jammy, has a little bit of leather and berries. Just my speed. But let's talk about it. I want you to share this post because right now everybody's getting ready for, some people already know who their coach is for the year. And I believe that the most successful people in the world have coaches. I have one that I'm working with. I've been working with this coach for going on a year in March, but I'm going to give you some tips that you can consider before you start working with someone. And if you're a coach, this might be something that you start thinking about when you are hiring someone. So give me a shout out. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Give me a hey, boo, hey. I see a few people watching. Give me a hey, boo, hey on this Wednesday. Hey, boo, hey on this Wednesday. I know I'm so pumped up. My adrenaline is pumping. I just finished a show with my friend, some amazing individuals who have a show, Janora and Abdul and Christy Ferris, This Week in Black People Shit. It is a show that is absolutely amazing. If you are like me and don't watch the news, you're going to want to tune into this show because they will school you. So yeah, I want to know who's out there. Oh, Tisha, Louisiana. Yes. Hey, Candace. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Cindy. So how many of you have ever hired a coach? How many of you have, just say me, give me a me if you've ever hired a coach. For those of you listening to the replay, just hashtag replay and say me if you've ever hired a coach, or let's say you've even bought a course. I'm going to just give you a little bit of background for me. I was and am a recovering course junkie. I'm a recovering course junkie. And I know that I spent thousands. I spent somebody's salary in coaching, which is all worth it because one, that passes on to my clients. My clients get all the knowledge that I've gotten paid for. Hey, Adrian, nice to see you on here. It's been a little while since the self-care workshop. And so a couple of years ago, I had to look in the mirror and go, okay, why am I this course junkie? And why am I you name it, course on sales funnels, a course on Facebook ads, a course on Instagram, a course on this, a course on that, a course on this. I was doing all of that. I don't know why I'm singing today, you guys, but I was just doing so many things. And it was when you are considering, and this might not be you, but when you are diving into everybody's ebook, everybody's course, and you're not doing the work, that has to say something. Because I would get into these courses and I would do a little bit and I would learn about it, but the implementation just was not happening. And I realized, number one, this is the number one thing before you are considering getting a coach. I realized that I had to have a heart-to-heart with what's my learning style. Like, what attention do I need? What type of attention do I need? Because signing up for a course that's evergreen and I'm working on it on my own is not always the best for me. It depends on what I'm doing. So one, you must know what your learning style is. You have to know what that is, because if you're going to get with a coach and this coach is like never talking to you and you're talking to so many other people but this person, you could consider, is this something that I want to do or is this something that I don't want to do? So you must identify what your learning style is. What is your learning style? And when I say learning style, I don't mean what you like. I mean, what's your learning style that gets you freaking results? My learning style is having the information available to me where I can put my hands on it and I can read it with having moments of checking in. Because I know if I don't have those moments of checking in, I'm gonna like read it and look at it and it sounds great and I have all this knowledge and I can spout all this knowledge out to people, but am I really executing? So that's another thing. You want to know your style. Number 2 is you want to really know what you want. The reason I do the vision board mastery at the beginning of the end of each year and the beginning of each year is because it's really important that you know what the heck you want before you go hiring a coach. You got to know what you want. Or you're hiring a coach who helps you uncover the thing that you want. But knowing what you want has to be a part of that process. Because if you know what you want, then the type of coach that you go and reach out to, or it becomes a filter that you can go and look for a different type of coach, depending on what it is that you want to execute. For me, I knew that I wanted to move from entrepreneur world to straight up CEO. Almost the same thing, different mentality. But I knew that. That was in my blood, in my bones. I knew I wanted to move through that. So I hired a coach who helps CEOs get to 7 figures. It's a CEOs to 7 figures, not a coach that's going to, oh, let me teach you how to do this. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. So then I'm just doing this stuff on a hamster wheel, on a hamster wheel, on a hamster wheel. That wouldn't have served me. Are y'all following me? How many of you have ever hired a coach before? Say me or say never. Ever hired a coach or even purchased a course or an ebook? Say ebook, say course. Type it in the comments. I want to know. Because there may be no reason for me to be telling y'all this, but I'm going to tell you it's really important for you to know this. Because even now, I opened up, my private coaching is available this year. I opened it up because I'm going to have it open until the first week in February. And I'm interviewing people. So when you are thinking about going into a program, or if you're a coach and you're going to hire people, consider where they are. And you have to know your product enough. You have to know your product enough to be able to tell the person this program may not be for you. I will not take someone who wants to come into my program who doesn't have the prerequisites, because if they get into the program and I'm not able to serve them properly, 1, that's not a good testimonial, but 2, it's doing the person an injustice. So there's a reason why the knowing what you want is really important, or you and your coach have an understanding that they're going to help you identify that. Like part of my program in the pre-work, we identify what you want, because when we come into the program, you hit the ground running for like the next 90 days. You know what you're doing for 90 days. Like you have the vision for the whole year, but you know what you're doing for the 90 days. So know what you want. It's really important. It's really important. Number 3 is you want to research. You want to research the person, because I'll never forget one time, I can't even remember what course it was, but I ordered this ebook and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get this ebook. And I got the ebook. It was like 30 pages, 30-page ebook. And the ebook the font was huge and the content was like, all right, that was fine. And I was just like, oh my God, did I really just pay for this? But their sales and marketing was absolutely amazing. But when I went back and did my due diligence after the fact, then I realized, oh, this person was coaching people who were like maybe 10 steps behind where I was. You really want to identify, like, research the person. Are they living a lifestyle that you want to live? That's a great way of looking at it. Do their clients have testimonials of having success? Are you seeing is there a spot that says testimonials? Are their clients, having success? You want to make sure you're researching that person. One of the things that when people are researching me is that they've been watching my wind downs for a while. That's usually 9 times out of 10, someone who jumps on a consult with me or someone who comes into my program. either came from a referral or they're like, oh yeah, I know that girl. I've been watching her. They've seen my thought processes. They understand the methodologies that I'm operating from. Like I had someone join the program and they were like, oh, I know that you're not rise and grind mentality. I know that you're like intentional work and life should feel good. Like they knew that in advance because they had did their research. They did their research. So make sure you're doing your research. And I'm telling you this because everyone needs a coach. You're not exempt. Unless you are living the exact life that you want to be living and have the amount of money you want in your bank account and you have the relationships exactly that you want and you're living in the house exactly that you want, you need a coach, period, point blank. Whether that coach is me or not, we don't know. But I'm going to give you the blueprint to when you're looking at a coach, when you're looking to find a coach, the things that you need to look for. Okay? And I really wanted to do this because I'm going to be opening up the registration for my private coaching, the VI, like it's Love CEO Elite. This is a new program that I'm offering. It's Love CEO Elite and it's the private coaching. So I'm going to be opening that up. So I want you to consider if you are looking at potentially even coming into the fold, I want you to know how I work. You got to be like, yeah, no, she ain't my skilo. Or you might say, look, I know there are some things I want. I have no idea how to get there. And this woman's going to help me get there because I'm going to focus on your mindset. I'm going to focus on you holistically. It's not going to be compartmentalizing you like every other course that I took, which is there's a time and a place. But every other course that I took was very much compartmentalizing. Hi, who's out there? Who just gave me a hello? Type your name in because I can't see it. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're knowing what you want, you're researching the person, and that you're showing up, that this person is going to inspire you to show up. You got to make sure you like that person. You got to make sure you like them. Because I almost signed up with somebody and I didn't feel like I liked them. Like I love them because they're a human being on this planet and they're doing the gifts that they need to do. But I couldn't sign up with someone that I was kind of like, which I don't even look at people like that. So I don't know why I said that. But there was some type of resistance going on. And I don't believe hey, Sharon, there's some type of resistance. And I believe that when you are going to work with someone, you're going to know it. You're going to know it in your core. They're going to make you feel like you can conquer the freaking world. Hi, Tracy. They're going to make you feel like you can conquer the freaking world. And that's what you want to consider when you're looking to get into a coaching program. Okay. So you guys need to stop wasting your time and your money on these, on the core courses and ebooks that you're never going to execute. Now, if you're like me, I was the course crackhead. I've never said that. That sounds so funny. I was literally a course crackhead. I signed up for everything. I got ebooks sitting in my thing, ain't even read. Sitting in a file, resources, ebooks that I haven't even read. Stop it. You got to know what you need. I knew I needed hands-on, so I finally got with a coach, which is probably my coach that I'm hiring now is probably the amount of the years combined. Well, maybe half of the years combined because I was crazy with all the coaching and the course creation and all of that. That's another thing. When you're looking to work with a coach, is your coach coachable? Is your coach coachable, or have they just hit a plateau and they just know everything? I would ask, if you are working with a coach, I would ask them, if you go on that consult, even if you want to consult with me, I will not be offended. You can say, do you have a coach? Who are you working with? 9 times out of 10 is probably going to be 5 times the amount of what you're paying, what they're saying you would pay them. Minimum, it's going to be 3 times the amount of what you will probably be paying them. Because that's something that you're going to do in life. When you start up leveling, your career or your life, period, then you're going to up level the coaching. And really good coaches will be up leveling with you so that you can stay with them a little longer, and they'll offer different programs. That's usually really good coaches are going to be up leveling with you. So you want to make sure that your coach is coachable. I think, okay, let's see. What was this other one? Coach is coachable. Oh, this is the last one. Is your coach showing up? Is your coach showing up? Now, this goes back to the original question, knowing your learning style. Because you want to know if your coach is showing up. That goes back to your research as well. You can research, are they showing up online? Are they showing up for their tribe? Are they showing you that they're showing up for their tribe? Because if your learning style is like mine, where you need a little bit of, just a little bit of the accountability, whether it is, how long do you need to have a coach? You know what, Adrian? As I believe you should always have a coach. But let me tell you this. It's kind of like therapy. Like you get a therapist, and you might get a therapist and you're meeting a therapist once a week. And then as time goes on, you're at once a month. And then as time goes on, you're quarterly. So for me, when I was getting with coaches over the years, I did take 1 year off because I felt like I was taking in a lot of information, but I hadn't executed. And I had gone through, I was going through grief, which was major. I didn't even realize it until like in hindsight, but my brother-in-law had passed, and he was the one I'd given my kidney to, and our family's really close. So it was like my brother had passed. And so at that point, I took a year off of getting coaching. I still had my clients, but I took a year off of getting coaching. And that way I was able to implement some things. But then as I looked at my career and my business, and I wanted to grow it and up level it, I knew that all the information I had wasn't going to allow me to up level. So I like to coach, I coach my clients into saying, you're not always going to be with me. I know there may be a time where you graduate. However, I haven't stopped growing. So I have clients who've been with me for 3 or 4 years because I'm continually growing. Now, if I stop growing, or I have a program that that only focuses on one specific thing and they attain that thing, then it would be time for them to move on from me. So you will know you need a coach as long as you want to grow. That's when you need a coach. And your growth is going to look different. So you might have a coach, you might take a break, you're still growing, you might feel like, oh, I need to keep up leveling, or you might just have that as maintenance. One, I'm not a therapist, but I consider it kind of like those things that you already have in the works. Like, if you have a therapist, you're going to have that person where you know that this is someone I can go to, because one, it's going to help you on those times, because we riding high. Sometimes you be like, I'm high, I got this going on. You're all positivity. It's what you making it happen. And then all of a sudden you hit a stump. Like maybe something didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. Like that's happened to me, where I might have launched something and I was like, oh, that didn't work out. I don't know if it was my landing page or my copy. But then there have been times where I go crawl under in the bed like, oh man, what am I doing? But then if I have a coach, we sit down and we go, what happened? What'd you do? Lick your wounds, take your time, and let's keep it moving. And that's what I need. So that's answer to my question, which was kind of roundabout for y'all. So how long do you need to have a coach? Tamara said, that's me. Oh, hey, boo, hey. Yes, that's one of my clients on. So I want to know, do you have any questions about what you should be looking for when you're looking for a coach? Number one is you need to know what you want or where you're going to go, or that coach will help you with that vision. But ask me anything. You can even ask me about my business right now. So whatever it is that you want to ask, I'm going to leave it open for another 5 minutes. This is our Wednesday wind down. If you are not already in the Love CEO Sanctuary, I'm going to have something so special and only exclusive to the Love CEO Sanctuary. Make sure you go join us in that group. Make sure you join us in that group, because I'll be doing very specific trainings weekly in that group. And I haven't yet figured out what day I'm going to do it. So go in there so that you can be a part of the survey. But also post your questions now. And the wine that I'm drinking is Alchemy of Dreams. Let me know if you want me to send you the link. It's such beautiful. It's a red blend. It is so absolutely amazing. It's very jammy and it's aged 100% oak. It's 14.5% for those of you, who like to know the alcohol percentage, just so to let you know. So that is all I got for you. I'm so excited about that. Yeah, so excited about that. Does anybody have any questions or comments about what we just went through? And for those of you who are catching this at the end, I'm Natasha McCray. I'm the Love CEO. I help women, alpha, ambitious, strong women stay true to their most authentic goals, because we get life, we get love, we get tired, and we lose sight of what our authentic goals are, and tap into genuine confidence so that you can design the life that you want and call in more love, because all we want is love, right? That's what we want. I think personalities have to mesh. I know I need someone that with energy because of mine. You know what? That's so true. That's so true. When you're doing your research about that person, make sure you're checking out their personality. And I highly recommend you are able to get on a call with them. If you can get on a consult with them or someone on their team, and you can get a vibe. You can get a vibe of people on video. Right now, I haven't transferred consults to my team. I want to be able to meet individuals. So especially now, like my team will start taking some consults. However, you'll see me face to face and I'll onboard people, into my program. So I've been onboarding clients into my program. Like I'm the one doing it. So we're working that out, but you do want to check on their personality and see what's up. And see if they have a Q&A. Even if it's someone who's really high profile, might have thousands of people in their program, see if they have, a Q&A. Like I was watching Grant Cardone. He has 33,000 people in his group, but he did offer a VIP for people to jump on Zoom and to ask him questions. And he's talking to them, even though there's so many people watching, but people are able to get a grasp of, the personality of the person that they're working with, And that's the thing. There's a difference between the private coaching and getting into a program. And usually if you're getting into a program, it's going to be a lot cheaper than having direct private coaching from them, but you can definitely utilize their team. You can utilize all the resources that they have in programs, and it's more bang for your buck. So if you're looking at someone and you can't quite afford their VIP, like private coaching, then you can get into their program and get a feel of who they are before you are considering handing over your money to this person and you don't really know who they are, how they feel. What is something else? Okay, that was it. That's all I got. So a couple more minutes. If you have any questions, feel free. I'm here. I'm right here. Do you guys like this is a rose quartz. I don't know if you can see the pink in it. I'm working with a jeweler and I'm considering bringing out jewelry for Love CEO Institute. But rose quartz, you guys know, it calls in love. It grounds you, reminds you to tap into your feminine power. I just got a glimpse of that and I want to share that with y'all. That's all. That's all I got for y'all today, honey. So I'm going to go get ready for my girlfriend's chat. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, reach out, DM me if you know that you're like, hey, I've been watching this girl for a minute. Let me see what her program is. DM me, let me know. But most certainly get into the Love CEO Sanctuary. There are a lot of free resources that we're about to add in there. So if you need to work your way up, if you have to put me on your vision board, I had somebody who said, you've been on my vision board. And I'm like, keep it coming, honey. And I'm going to keep on serving you. But so I want you to be a part of the tribe. I want you to get the detailed, more intense training that I'm going to do. It'll be a show. It'll almost be kind of like a Ask Natasha newspaper column, answering any questions. So that's going to be really fun. I love that. If you didn't catch the live that I did earlier, I kind of did that on live. We didn't plan it either, but one of the hosts of the show asked a question and I kind of like coached him on the spot. It was fun. It was so much fun. Y'all, I thrive. I love seeing people thrive and change their perceptions. All right, that is all I got. I'm Natasha McCrae signing off from the Wednesday Wind Down. Hit the replay, hashtag replay if you were watching the replay. I love you all, and make sure you go join the Love CEO Sanctuary. It is free. Need I say more? All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.